made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between our visitors and the Baltimore Ravens. On one sideline, we've got to look at the head coach of the visiting Raiders. This guy's playing one of those dreaded body clock games, making the long trip to the East Coast. Facing off against him, head coach John Harbaugh of the Ravens. These guys are ready, as they always are, to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Scott and Brock, you were on the call with you today. Ball teed up and ready. And we're off from Baltimore. Here's a return from the 7. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. I'm curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
We've set it downs from 37.
First and 10.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. He'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Lamar now from the gun. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. He's taken down as he takes this to the 38. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10, he keeps it on the option. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and
3rd and long for him here. Raiders closing in, and down he goes. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. They can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game, and that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
So out had the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by a former 4th-rounder out of Purdue, Aiden O'Connell.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Off the play action, O'Connell. That's Cox. Hits the rookie from Washington State. And just before he reaches the marker, he's hit and stopped. They got him at the 29. Trying to sneak, O'Connell. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10.
In the play action, it's O'Connell. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
A real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21. From the gun, Laube. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up third down. These last two snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on third down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw. So making that spot to move the chains.
We dodge the tackle. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to stop the drive. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. Lamar off the play fake. Gets it downfield, on target to Flowers. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. And QB just nailed it.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
2nd and 8 at the Raiders.
One of the tight ends in motion left. This is Henry on second. Finds space for a few yards that time. Dropped on that play by none other Brock than Tonka Hemingway. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get the game's first points here in the second. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one splits the uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders offense. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Laube. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. O'Connell. Jump off caught by his back. That's good move at the 35. And he'll finally be taken down right along the 40. That play good for 17 on a first down.
That's good for an Oakland. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then...
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Hey, God bless the Ted Washingtons, Casey Hamptons, Vince Wilforks, all them run stuffers back in the day. But the D tackles of today, you not only have to stuff the run, you have to eat up the pass too, and that D tackle just got it done.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up 2nd down and 21. From the gun, O'Connell. Hauled in left side. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down. And we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. On 1st down, O'Connell. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Last play sent him back across midfield here, 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's O'Connell. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's down to almost, no, actually going to give him the 30 here. That chunk with a nice 21 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Another throw for O'Connell. No place to go. Ravens take him down. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. O'Connell here from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and long. The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. And he had just enough leg behind that one. It is off the crossbar and through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
Fields this one at the 3. Making some progress here. Field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Hits him on the out route. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Raiders with an extra DB out there. 3rd down. They send a receiver in motion right. Jackson now on third. Oh, he's going to run for it. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've got first down here from the 36. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Complete Derrick Henry. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. And there's the timeout from the offense. Just 4 seconds left to go. And that play actually helped them get some points here going into the half. Tyler Loop out for the Ravens to attempt this field goal. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Loop knocks it through and add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
You know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over. But I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Final 3 weeks of the regular season. The regular season witching hour, when playoff teams become also-rans and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good divisional matchup in the black and blue NFC North. And this is Jordan Mason. From there, we check out another big late-season game, playoff implications here. And this is Dak Prescott. 12 yards on the touchdown. This one's at halftime, and it's the Cowboys with the lead, 10-0 the score at halftime. One more to show you real quick. It's over in Tampa, the Buccaneers hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is DK Metcalf. Just get his hands on the football and let him do the rest. 58 yards for the score. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Steelers on top in this one at halftime. With that, let's give you a look here at the current playoff picture. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Return coming from the 6. Escapes a defender. This makes it up to the 25. Out come the Raiders. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Laube. Starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of ends.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Raiders.
On the ground, it's Laube again. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Here's O'Connell to the air. Man, it's Dante Thornton Jr. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Raiders.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Namdi Madubuike making that stop. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. O'Connell now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're ready to drop it. It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack of this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. To throw, here's O'Connell. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, they game plan to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Henry. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Henry. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This throw is going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the results, 4th down coming up. Tyler Loop after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They're down 10 as they take over. We've got a 13-3 ball game. New set of downs for him from the 31. Throwing now on 1st down. O'Connell completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Go right side, finds Bash. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Good for Oakland. First down.
O'Connell to throw it. And he won't find anything here. They're there to drop it for the sack on what's likely the final play of this 3rd quarter. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
It's
through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Throwing is O'Connell. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. 3rd and long for him here. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
4th and forever coming up. Desperation time here. He's trying to go deep again. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Dude, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win. You feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. And drawn up here for Lamar. He's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Completed to his running back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll send their tight end right.
At the 40-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Able to find White. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Throw here, 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. So the heave knocked away from the intended target. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
And he missed it. It's no good. And their lead holds steady at 10.
Really, Kate, that miss doesn't change a whole lot about the game management here. The only thing it does is provide a bit more momentum for the offense, running out in need of 2 quick scores.
Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And the question out there is, Brock, how early and often are they going to try passing here after they were picked off on the previous drive?
Well, I think the answer to that is how much trust does this play caller have in his quarterback? We're going to get to find out right now.
He tucks it and takes off.
Positive that effort. He didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
From the gun, O'Connell. This one's taken in by Thornton. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down. But he's marked short after a gain of 7. 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to get it with the option. That's the 1st down, and he's still going. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. Offense in the hurry up here.
22 yards. And the Raider of 22 yards. And the Raiders.
First and 10. Here's O'Connell. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 20.
Defense showing blitz. O'Connell. Ravens get him. Down he goes. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
O'Connell sacked. A loss of a yard. It's third down. Third and...
On third down, here's O'Connell. And they get to him again. Offense in the hurry-up here.
O'Connell sacked. A loss of 11 yards.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on fourth down. Trying to push deep. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Ravens to the line now. First and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up second and 2. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
8 yards on the pickup.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. Running once more with Henry. That's a first down for the Ravens, partner. And that should all but do it here. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. So first and 10 now from the 30. They send a man in motion. First down, and they go right back to it. Still has some space inside the 35. And he is inside the 20, down at the 19-yard line. The defense takes its third and final timeout. And that's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down.
The 19-yard line.
This one's set up for Lamar. Lining up to take a knee on second down. This one left for Lamar. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. See this in every sport, Brock. You come in as a big favorite. You want to make a statement, right? Get a convincing victory. And they were able to achieve that one here.
Yeah, especially at home. It just means a little bit more when you protect your own turf in any sport, but especially in the NFL, where you get, what, about 8 or 9 of these, maybe more if you get home playoff games. Playing this way, they set themselves up for future playoff opportunities.
So for my partner, Brock Ewart, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.